Let me ask you about the black ministers meeting yesterday, right? You guys, I think most people view you as having been kind of a blunder on not your personal part, but on the campaign's part, to suggest in advance that there were going to be endorsements that were going to come out of that meeting. Do you agree with that or not?
I think it probably could have been phrased appropriately where a private meeting was taking place, of which at that time a number of those ministers, based on their conversations and comfort level with Mr. Trump, were going to support his campaign, and that's exactly what took place.
But you guys got out a little over your skis on that, right? Because there's going to be an endorsement afterwards.
You know what I think happened? There was a miscommunication.
Raised expectations.
There's a miscommunication between the leadership of the coalition and the campaign, and what we saw was an amazing meeting yesterday that took place. And so Mr. Trump was very pleased with the meeting. Look, he's the first candidate to actually go and try to put a coalition together of African-American pastors so he can better understand what the black community wants and how, as the next president of the United States, he can help them.
So you said it was a good meeting, right? A number of those pastors that came out said that they challenged Mr. Trump over his record and suggested that he apologized for some of his incendiary language, or what they see as incendiary language, about minority communities. So that was their reporting. That's what they said after the meeting. So is anything going to change? Is Mr. Trump going to apologize? Is he going to change his tone at all on the basis of that meeting? Did he take any of that to heart and feel as though he needs to change in some way?
I think Mr. Trump is who Mr. Trump is, right? He's not going to change at all. I mean, what we had was a very clear and honest dialogue with them about some of the problems that their communities are facing, ways that we can be helpful.
But you also had a dialogue, apparently, according to them, about some of the ways in which they feel as though Mr. Trump has not handled himself in a way that they find appropriate, not just the trouble in their communities.
But don't forget, you had over 100 people in the room. There was a whole bunch of people there who agreed 100% with Mr. Trump and made endorsements following that meeting. And you're always going to have people who have other ideas and want to talk about other issues. And that's how this works, right? So you bring the people together, you listen to their concerns, you have an open and honest dialogue, and then you go out and you try and work together. That's what a leader does.
He said that he received many endorsements. That was his quote, many endorsements from pastors after the meeting. Yes. Can you put a number on that? I mean, how many is many?
In excess of multiple dozens of endorsements from that. Multiple dozens.
Multiple dozens out of that meeting?
Yes.
Multiple dozens means what? 24, 36?
More than that is my guess. So I don't have the exact number, but
really, that's a big number. When are you guys going to announce those endorsements?
So we'll work with the coalition to endorse all of that. And what they said during that meeting was, you know what, we want to go back and we want to pray. And that's the right thing to do. The pastors and bishops want to go back and they want to pray and they want to think about what the thing to do is. And then they decided, you know what, when we're ready, we'll let you know if we're going to endorse Mr. Trump. We're going to continue to work with you. But more importantly, the dialogue has begun, which nobody else has started. So
you're saying that the group has to decide whether they want to endorse as a totality. If you're saying there are multiple dozens,
look, every individual of the group, it's like a union, right? Yeah. The union can endorse anybody they want. That doesn't mean every member of that union endorses, right? It's an overall union endorsement. Sometimes it's done by a majority, sometimes it's a plurality, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Every individual who's in that meeting has the opportunity to make their own mind up.
Right.
But the coalition itself has been very supportive.
So at some point,
it's been great that they put this together.
But at some point, then we can expect whatever the group decides collectively. At some point, we can expect your campaign to roll out dozens of endorsements from the individuals in that group who have all endorsed Mr. Trump.
Working with Pastor Scott, right? When the time is right, and he believes the coalition is ready to, they're going to release all the names of the individuals who've endorsed Mr. Trump's campaign.
Okay, looking forward to that. How soon do we think that might be?
I'd have to talk to Pastor Scott.